Welcome to the Financial Quarterback with your host, Jim Lineweaver.
Hi, I'm Jim Lineweaver, your financial quarterback since 1993. Today we have special guest Mike Solomon with us. He's an estate planning and elder law attorney with Solomon, Steiner, and Peck. Thanks for joining us today, Mike.
Thanks for having me, Jim.
You know, with COVID-19, it's really brought to the forefront how important some just basic legal documents are. So if somebody's really looking to try to make sure they can weather this storm, what are some documents that they should really have in place?
Jim, there are two basic documents that everybody should have. One's called a durable financial power of attorney. The other one's called a healthcare power of attorney.
Okay, well, let's start with the financial power of attorney. Why is it so important?
Well, that's a document where you give someone the right to handle your financial affairs for you and sign your legal documents. So, for example, if you had a husband came in, he had an account with you, and he became incompetent, even though you might know the wife forever, she can't exercise any authority over his account unless she has that financial power of attorney giving her that right.
Well, I know a lot of people are confused because they might think they're a primary beneficiary on an account, so that should give them full power over that account, but it only does that at death, not during a disability, which is why this is so important.
Right. So, for example, I had, a husband and wife owned a home. The husband became incompetent. The wife wanted to sell the home, but she couldn't sell it unless she had a power of attorney to sign his name. So until we did that, we had to go for a guardianship, which took a very long time. And any potential sales had to go by the wayside until she was done.
So we know why the financial power of attorney can be so important, but is there any downside to a financial power of attorney?
Sure. Someone could abuse the document. They could steal your money. Even though it violates the terms of the power of attorney, by the time you sue them, the money's gone. So in those situations, we recommend considering a springing power, which is only effective if a doctor determines you're incompetent.
You know, with everybody in nursing homes and, assisted living facilities, I know my mom's been in this facility for over 10 years, but we haven't even been able to see her in the last 2 months. But a healthcare power of attorney, not only for just the elderly, but actually for everybody, is also extremely important.
Yes, a healthcare power of attorney, by the way, is not just pulling the plug. That's what everyone always thinks. It's also, there may be 3 different choices of operations they give you. Who makes that decision? That's what you use a healthcare power of attorney. Also, many of our clients are snowbirds. They're down in Florida. This is a state-specific document. So I always advise my snowbird clients when they're in Florida, get a healthcare power of attorney down there that satisfies their law. So you'll be able to have it whether you're in Ohio or down there in Florida.
But Mike, that means you need 2 powers of attorney, right? One for Ohio and one for Florida?
That's exactly right. You could need 2.
So it's a lot of great information, Mike. Thanks. I really appreciate it. So you can see why it's so important to have the proper legal documents in place, especially during turbulent times like this. Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned to The Chris Wallace Show. Coming up next.